I actually cannot believe how much time that I wasted watching and reading self-help material. My ability to be self-aware, to be open-minded, and think for myself was completely mitigated by self-help, and honestly, at one point, due to self-help, I turned into a pretty toxic person. Alright, anti-self-help seems to be trending right now. You know, we got the why self-improvement is ruining your life videos. We have this video, alternative self-help is brainwashing you, that appeared on a lot of our feeds, and I kind of want to just go over my perspective on all of this. I promise you this will all make sense by the end of the video. Let me take you through my journey with self-help and the love-hate relationship that I've had with it. Except someone probably already left a dislike without watching the whole video. That happens. Humble beginnings. It was 2017 and I had just started to consume self-help content. I was so eager to dive into this world where the main focus was to improve oneself because I was really into this at the time. I was finally getting into bettering myself, looking within, seeing my problems and addressing them in a good way that'll help me get towards my goals in life. And because of this, I read every self-help book I could get my hands on. I listened to hours of podcast episodes related to self-help, and I laid it all out in front of me. I said, okay, these are the things that these successful people are doing. I need to meditate, take cold showers, journal, use the Pomodoro timer every single day. Let's get on it. Let's do this. And it felt really fucking good, almost like a drug, to watch all this content, to listen to all these things that I thought were bettering me and apply what I had learned in these videos. And this continued for a very long time. And to be honest, I did feel better. These self-help practices, for the most part, made me feel better. But the problem during this time in 2017 was that the amount that I was consuming was not actually beneficial at all to my life. Do I still practice a lot of those things that I learned way back about 4 years ago? Yes, I do, but I would say about 90% of the content that I consumed about self-help that I thought would help me, I do not use today at all. And I've already talked about this side of self-help a little bit in my Stop Reading Self-Help Books ebook. It's that you become so addicted to the idea of self-help and applying all these practices that you've learned, but don't actually lead to any sort of success or what you're trying to see in your life. All they do is create a false sense of productivity. So first thing I really want you to understand and take into account before we get into the next part of this story is that all of these practices, while they do feel good and might make you feel like you're accomplishing something, what really makes you accomplish whatever you're trying to do is just executing on that task. All these things that you are doing, ask yourself, is this really you? Is this really benefiting you at all? I'm glad that I was able to shed a lot of the layers of the self-help bullshit that I was being spewed and instead question whether the things were good for me or not. And without doing that, you lose a lot of self-awareness. You don't really know yourself because you're trying so hard to be this person that you see online that is telling you to do all these things. But Cole, why do you make self-help content then? I'm gonna get to that, don't worry. This story gets worse as I go on. Last year around October, my channel finally started to gain some traction and I started to see all of the things that I've been putting so much work into come to fruition. And one of my friends invited me, who is a YouTuber bigger than me. He invited me to Vegas to live with one other YouTuber and 2 other dudes. So there was gonna be 5 guys in this house. And I decided I'm moving to Vegas.
Let's go!
I'm hyped, man. So I'm thinking this is it. This is finally my chance to be with other YouTubers, to collaborate, to grow together, to just be on that grind and be fully immersed in my craft and really grow to a substantial amount. But what I failed to leave in Buffalo was my ego about all of these self-help things and how people should live their lives. And so I get to Vegas and I'm all business. I'm all about what I preach in my videos. And I very quickly realized that all of the people that I was living with did not live nearly the same lifestyle as me. And I started to push my beliefs, my lifestyle, what I think they should do onto them, and I became a super toxic person the first couple months that I was in this house. It really got that bad where I was basically just roasting them for their lifestyles, for what they did, because they didn't work out as much as me, they weren't on nofap like me, they weren't working as hard as me. I pushed all of my beliefs, all of what I thought they should do on them. And I couldn't fathom how they were becoming successful without consuming self-help content. Like, neither of the YouTubers I was living with, Nick White and Trend Black, had really consumed any of that stuff. And it literally got so bad to the point where Nick White, one of the YouTubers, did not like me anymore for a little while because I didn't realize how toxic I was being to him. Self-help made me have this extremely condescending, I know it all, I know what's best for you attitude. And it took me a couple months in that house to realize that all the things I had learned, all the things that I talk about on my YouTube are totally subjective. It became very apparent to me that my definition of success does not match other people's, and that there are so many different lifestyles one can live that will fit their mindset, their life the best, and they can still see the success, wealth, whatever they want in their life. It doesn't have to be like my life. And that is the next thing that I really want you to understand from this video, is that if you treat self-help like a religion, like something that is so concrete, all of the things that are told, they must work for everybody, you are going to become a toxic person, and you're going to become completely closed-minded to any other beliefs in life, to any other lifestyles in life. And that is why around this time in my videos I started to say that I don't know what's best for you, that a lot of the things that I say might not work for your lifestyle and might not actually help you towards whatever you're trying to achieve. Is this type of mindset in life going to work for everyone? Probably not. I am simply a dude just sharing his experiences through life and hoping that he can make a positive impact on some people through them. Very recently, I got a comment that said this. This is a 24-year-old guy who has no idea what he is talking about and will change his opinion all the time, blah, 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 stuff that doesn't matter. Be careful who you take advice from. To which I responded, correct. Please take everything that I say and everything that others say within this community with a grain of salt and really test it, apply it to your life, and see if this actually is necessary for what you're trying to do. As I evolve my thinking, my way of life, my beliefs, and what I think helps me get towards my goals is going to change in these videos. And people don't understand that. I get so many comments like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, this guy changes his mind, he contradicts himself. No shit. I'm a human being growing throughout life. Of course I'm gonna change my mind about things. And that is the same way in which you should go about your life and not stay too rigidly stuck to one self-help belief, philosophy, and treating these things that are practiced, nofap especially, sorry I had to call you guys out right there, like a religion. It's not that. So I thought this was pretty much all I wanted to get out in a video like this, because I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while to make people understand how self-help really is. But then I got recommended this video, and it seems like a lot of you got recommended this video as well. It's alternative self-help is brainwashing you. And it just reaffirmed what I had already started to believe about the things that I was saying and how to be more open-minded and self-aware. But it took that to a completely new level. As I was reading through the comments, it really made me realize how different my way of living and what I'm saying is from other people all around the world. In the video, Alice talks about how people within these alternative self-help videos like Nathaniel Drew, Lana Blakely, and Matt D'Avella don't get too political, or they don't talk about external issues because they're not really affected by them. And I was like, wow, yeah, that sounds like me. I avoid talking about politics or things that are controversial because I don't like the drama and the negativity that comes with it, but also because it doesn't really affect me and it's not what I know. But also that's never what this channel was supposed to be about anyway, in critique of this video. You know, obviously I'm not making videos for people in a third world country who don't have access to a lot of things and can't worry about the same existential things that I worry about. And me making videos about stop trying to be productive all day, I have the luxury of not being productive all day because I'm not someone who literally has to work 12 hours a day just to make a living. And in that sense, I understand that I'm closed-minded to those other people and ways of living. But again, you build up a specific audience on YouTube, and my videos were never for those types of people. So I know that this whole video might be confusing you about what the hell to do. Listen, this is what I want you to do. I never want you to overconsume self-help content to the point where it paralyzes you from actually executing in your life. If you have to take a step back from my videos and not watch as many to get your shit together and to get your shit done, then I mean, do that. And I know that might not be good for my business or my views, but I want to let you guys know the truth. Understand that I do not know everything and that I have a worldview that is only my world and experiences and what I share. So what works for me might not work for you. It does not mean that you can't learn anything from me, because on a daily basis, I get so many thank yous and like, hey man, you have positively impacted my life so much. And that is the reason that I continue to make self-help content. You take what works for you and you keep it and you discard the rest, but always know that you can change this based on where you're at in life. And just like that, an anti-self-help video was a self-help video in and of itself. Inescapable. Thank you to everybody on Patreon who still supports me despite knowing all of this. Patreon's a platform where I'm putting out exclusive videos, podcasts, and blog posts that you can't find on any other platform. If you want to check that out, it's in the description, patreon.com/Cole Hastings. Phew, wow, that's a tough video to take in, huh? I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Hopefully I didn't hurt your brain, even though I probably made you question everything, and that's kind of what I try to do. All right, I'll let this video sit with you. Leave a comment if you have some thoughts you want to share, and I will see you guys in the next video.